Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First off, I'd like to say, Call Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Also would like to say peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Akim that's pushing this word in all sincerity and faith throughout the four corners of the earth. For the few sincere sisters who watch and believe, Shalom to you as well. Shalom to the new viewership, the new believers, the new fruit coming into this word in, all manner of sincerity and faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah in the last days. But I just basically wanted to go into how this spirit of wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the scriptures, of prophecy, of everything written in one of the most debated books on the planet, the Holy Bible, the Holy Scriptures, the Most High only gave it to certain men, and that's the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans scattered throughout the four corners of the earth according to prophecy. But in the latter time, the Most High, in the true Hebrew name Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten son Yahweh Shah, who the world English calls Jesus Christ, in the spirit would be men set up who would have the revelation. They would have the hidden understanding of things that most of the world would not understand. And that's how we're able to go into the precepts and just break down the Bible, starting with our head apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the men throughout the order. All of these so-called pastors and these, highly acclaimed leaders of these churches, they're not really warning people about what's to come. They're not breaking down the Bible and the prophecy, most importantly, in its entirety, going into the precepts, line for line, here a little and there a little, like the scripture says you should read the Bible. But the true way, the true doctrine in hidden knowledge would only be revealed unto the Most High servants, ultimately the prophets, those humble servants that the world did not know, that came in the spirit of Yahweh Shah, who the world did not receive, like the scriptures talk about Yahweh Shah. But before I go on, because we did brothers who have got this knowledge from our teachers, starting with, our head apostle Tahar, and he had his teachers, Ariyah, and, the whole school of One West, those heads and elders, that doctrine, and it's been perfected until the time that we in now through prophecy. But certain men were able to be able to receive those things. And Yahweh Shah, he sups with each man, a member of the elect who's meant to get it. But I'm gonna go to 1 Corinthians 2 and actually I'll start at 10. It says, "But the Most High hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, the deep things of the Most High." So the Most High, which the Spirit is the Word, and we know that the Word is Yahweh Shah. He comes in the volume of the book, is written of him. And the Spirit searches all things. That's why we always say when people come up, when we're out there preaching and going into the scriptures, you have to try the Spirit by the Spirit. You just go directly into the scriptures. It's all manner of false doctrines out there. But the way we flush out false doctrine is through the precepts. Just like Yahweh Shah, he was cutting the wicked Sadducees and the Pharisees. He was just always going into the scriptures, the breakdown. Just allowing that spirit that we've received to just shine to the world. It says, "But the Most High," 1 Corinthians 2 and 10, "But the Most High hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, the deep things of the Most High." And I'll read it in the NLT, 1 Corinthians 2 and 10. "But it was to us that the Most High revealed these things by his Spirit, which is ultimately Yahweh Shah, the first spirit created, his only begotten son, which is ultimately the Word. And the testimony of Yahweh Shah, the only begotten son, is the spirit of prophecy, saying what's going to happen before it happens. Noah prophesied of the flood before it happened. That's just one notable example we can go to point to get you Christians in the right mind frame to think about prophecy. It says 1 Corinthians 2 and 10 in the NLT, "But it was to us that the Most High revealed these things by his Spirit, for his Spirit searches out everything and shows us the Most High's deep secrets." In the scriptures, when you read in Amos, the 3rd chapter, it says that the Most High, he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So only the deep things, the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, because even when you read in Matthew, the 13th chapter, which I may pull that, Yahweh Shai talked about the kingdom of heaven being within you. And then he talked about the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. It's given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given. So it's only given to the elect to know the secrets and the mysteries and just the breakdowns of what this Bible is really saying. To extrapolate the meanings that the Most High through the Spirit wants to guide you into salvation. But I'll continue on back in First Corinthians 2:11. I'll just read it back in the King James version. It says, "For what man knoweth the things of a man save the spirit of man which is in him? Even so the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the Spirit of the Most High." So all the knowledge that we have, we can't boast, because it tells you in Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, that faith is a gift. That's the main tool and line of defense as to why we're moving the way we're moved. They call us faith-based Israelites. We're guided by faith. And of course, the works follow, the sacrifices, making our body a living sacrifice. But the pure knowledge and the having the understanding and agreement in the spirit of the true doctrine and teaching through Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, that spirit has to just be placed on each individual man. It's not something that's mechanical that you can get of this world, that you can go to a so-called seminary school, a theologian school. The Spirit of the Most High has to reveal certain things unto you pertaining to the doctrine of the Holy Scriptures, because even he says, Simon Bar-Jonas, the man, flesh and blood hadn't revealed these things unto you, but the Spirit of the Most High. I'm loosely paraphrasing where Yahweh Shai, said, but the Spirit of the Most High through his son, Yahweh Shai, who's ultimately the word, Yahweh Shai has to sup with you, like it says in Revelations, the 3rd chapter. So the things that we're given through the Spirit, matter of fact, I'll continue on. It says, 1 Corinthians 2:12, "Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of the Most High, that we might know the things that are freely given unto us." So the things that are freely given to us, they're not given to the world. The world, they're going after the broad way, which leads to destruction. But that straight gate, like it talks about in Matthew 7, that's the way to lead it to life. And few men find that way. And of course, men talking about mankind, woman, or child, but it starts with the man. And, if a man's family's in order, just like during the time of Noah, his 3 sons in his household was saved, But continuing on, it says, 1 Corinthians 2:13, it says, "Which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual things." So the knowledge and the doctrine that we have, that's why Vocab Malone is losing his damn mind, because it's not of this world. The things that have been revealed to our teachers and the men that brothers have been brought up to believe this doctrine, it's all been revealed through the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, through the elders, the head teachers, and just to the brothers that's part of the elect that have gained this understanding and been brought into this light. The elect, ultimately, at the end of the day, just walking in the spirit of faith, which this world can receive, man, because everybody's looking for a sign, And you can continue on, in this chapters, but for time's sake, I'm going to just get another precept. Salakia. I'm going to go to the book of Matthew, the 11th chapter. And I'll go to the I'll get this real quick. This is Matthew 11:25. It says, "And at that time, Yahweh Shai answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Yahweh, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent and has revealed them unto babes. And that's ultimately talking about the elect. You know, we have to be reborn again. Like when you read in I think it's John or maybe Matthew, the 3rd chapter. I think it's John, the 3rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken, when that account with the Lord and Nicodemus, and the Lord told Nicodemus that he had to be born again. And Nicodemus, he didn't understand it at first, but when you come into this word, you're baptized into the faith. You're made a new creature through the Spirit. You know, that's when Yahweh Shah starts to deal with you to give you the proper instruction to go forward from that point on. But you're being raised up and nurtured through the Spirit, you know, that growth process from a babe. And that represents the elect. Ultimately, at the end of the day, man. And the things of this world, we're not a part of. But the things of the Spirit of the Most High, that's what we've been brought into, which the world cannot receive, which is ultimately Yahweh Shai. It's the spirit of truth, the proper doctrine and breakdown of the scriptures, of the Holy Bible. And it don't matter what type of school you go to, you know, if the spirit has not, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, hadn't been placed on you to be able to get this word, you're not going to get it. That's why it says in John 15 and 16, you have not chosen me, but I've chosen you. You know, this ain't no thing where everybody just can just jump in the boat, so to speak. This is a thing of selection, the cream of the crop, you know. But I want to get this real quick, and I'll end out the short lesson. This is Acts, the 4th chapter, in the 13th verse. It says, now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled, and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahweh Shai. And behold, the man which was healed standing with them, they could say nothing against it. So that's just the spirit of the Lord. As far as how, you know, the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai of the nation of Israel are to this world. Like Vocab Malone, all of these so-called Christian pastors, all of these dudes who went to these seminary and theologian schools, they can profess, you know, whatever they feel in their heart, their worldly view of the Bible. But through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, through prophecy, the true teachers, the true men that were given the secrets, those men, they're not received of this world. And people are going to marvel at us. Ultimately, like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. Once the Lord, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, comes to deliver his people, the elect, starting with the elect, you know, the 144,000. And then, you know, that's the teachers, you know, the prophets, the 144,000. And then, of course, the innumerable multitude that includes, you know, women and children of the nation that's going to be saved. But when Yahweh Shah comes back to redeem us, man, that's going to be an astonishment for all the different nations, man. And especially 2/3 of our people that can't receive this truth, you know, and especially those of the establishment of the society that runs this place, you know, the Esau Edom, you know. They're not going to understand the power that's going to be shown, but they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, like I just said. But it's all starting right now through this knowledge. This world, they can't receive that the Most High gave his word just to what they would consider just normal men. And even within Great Millstone, we've been labeled, especially by our own people, you know, we're the bum camp, you know, we don't got jobs, this, that, the third. But as far as the nature of the pure word and the pure doctrine, it all starts with the teachings of Great Millstone, you know. And whoever else is just in the right spirit, we always say you don't have to necessarily have Great Millstone attached to your name. If you're teaching the right doctrine, then you could be a part of the elect, you know, because this thing is a thing of an election. And the Most High, he's revealing his secrets, his mysteries to the underdog, so to speak, to show his power, just like he did in ancient Egypt with Pharaoh in the overthrow of ancient Egypt, man, you know, in the Exodus during the time of Moses. But with all being said, I'll just end out the lesson. Lord willing, is edified. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom to the elect.